Uh, hmm.
Welcome to the World of Ability. My name is Sue Roskoff, and this is the World of Ability podcast. We are the anchor for all of the podcasts that take place through the World of Ability podcast network, and we are here every Saturday from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock Central. And we have some great people joining us today. I'm very excited to be bringing them in. One is a very long time friend of the show. You know her, you love her. Marianne of Waikiki is here, and I'm going to go ahead and bring her on in. Marianne, how are you today?
Hola, ¿cómo está? Happy Saturday, everybody. The beginning of October, the change of season. So we've had a little bit of a busy week. We are, continuing updating our Acts of Kindness series books to Kindle Direct Publishing. And so that's been exciting. But I've talked to Dan Barrett from Inspire World, Sue, this week. And what a great conversation we had. And he's interested in helping me launch a baby sign clothing line starting in February. So they're going to be expanding stuff that's going to be, I'm sorry, not stuff, but expanding, apparel, clothing. So I'm real excited. And I wanted to ask him too about, hospital scrubs. Sorry, I'm just trying to upload here. Hospital scrubs too, because we're going to be getting these books out to children's hospitals. And especially with On the Mark TV, his wife up there in Phoenix worked in the NIC unit. She's recovering very healthily, and I don't know if that's a word, healthily. And
I like it.
I know we're going to be able to distribute these books out to Children's Hospital. And your husband and I have a meeting next week with Zach Clayton. Now, Zach Clayton was Pay With Forward. He's becoming, I guess, a father-in-law today. His daughter's getting married.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
We wish them well. And I told Kurt, let's give him a couple of days to recruit. And we'll have a meeting with him because they're going to be having a chili cook-off in Denver on November 2nd, I believe. And he's going to look for sponsors because with the chili cook-off, I believe it's $10 to go to the cook-off. If you bring a game or a book, you can get in for $5. But we want a display table of the Acts of Kindness series. I'm sure that people who forget, and once they see these products, these coloring books, will be so interested and want to support the children of that hospital in Denver. So we're putting it out to the children this month, especially because it's October is anti-bullying month. And I'm setting up podcasts featuring my second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, featuring Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit and Eve the Finger Spelling Bumblebee. We have the YouTube channel. So I'm also working on a billboard, which is new to me, a billboard for television for Anthony and Nonprofit TV. So yesterday morning, I was working on the graphics. I'm thinking billboard, driving down the highway. Can you imagine seeing Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully on a billboard? No, they're talking about a billboard on TV, right? But so I had to, go in and ask what it was on AI and get clarification. I asked Dale Lauder, our AI guru, as well. And so I'm hoping my fiber graphic designer can do it. He gave us the sizes. If not, there's a specialty fiber that can create it. So I'm just looking in the price range and would like to deliver it on Monday. And so we have selected this Friday, October 10th, is actually World Mental Health Day. And we want to launch it, give a free ebook download. So I'm creating the flyers. I don't have it, but behind me you can see the YouTube channel with kids, with Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, Eve the Finger Spelling Bumblebee, You can still go out and play the Apple app games. There's the coloring books. And Sue, you can play the video trailer for us, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, to our new guests. That will give them more of an understanding of what we've been working on in the world of ability. As I'm your creative director, according to your husband, Kurt Roskoff. And I just want to share today, I got to share that with a gentleman at the thrift store. He has, I sent you guys the videos. He had this nice convertible with this amazing, big, fluffy, huge dog. And I met him before and I asked him if I could do a photo shoot with his dog. And he looked at me like perplexed, like, photo shoot? I said, yeah, photo shoot. He goes, are you a photographer? And I go, no, but I'd like to do a photo shoot. Well, it's very rare to hear that word photo shoot. And I said, well, I have a photo shoot on my book cover. I have a photo shoot that I just did with a cameraman from Netflix for my books and Apple games. So photo shoot's the word, right? Headshot, photo shoot, and anyway, we got to go out, took a little video there, and guess what? Guess what the song was? It's Too Hot Lady. Okay, remember that song way back in the day? And believe me, it's too hot outside already. It's back to 95, 116 outside. And last weekend you went with us for the hurricane, and the weather went down to like 70 degrees. Wow, I was like, man, whoo, let's put a jacket on. We're back up there, so it's too hot for this lady. I believe it was Cool in the Gang. So you guys can see the videos. I had great fun this morning. And we're getting ready for Halloween, helping our neighbors with their ropa, their bazaars, and decorating the hair and nail salon, and helping them sell some clothes to the ladies. So we had some donitas, and so yeah, it's a busy morning, and I'll get back with my fiber graphic designer to get the World Mental Health Day, October 10th. Put this down, this Friday. We'll have a flyer out, as well as nonprofit TV, Anthony. In Texas, we'll be showcasing it in Denny's restaurants. How cool is that? So Sue, when you get a chance, between our new guests, let's show Rabbit Acts of Kindness later in the show. Aloha,
I've got it pulled up
Mary
on my
Ann
screen
Fuentes.
now. We can go ahead and get that rolling right now.
Okay, great. Let's see it. Let's show Mark.
Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bully. Harry, the hard of hearing. Rabbit attends a special school in Hawaii where he makes new friends and learns sign language and finger spelling. One day, on his way home, two bullies tease and frighten him. In a panic, Harry dashes to the ocean and jumps in. He is rescued by a kind turtle named Tico and safely delivered to Rabbit Island. Harry must summon all of his courage to find his way back. With the help of others who are also stranded, he builds a magical boat and his team undertakes a heroic voyage home. Together they face the bullies and arrive just in time for spectacular rainbow birthday party. Created by Marianne of Waikiki, just for you. Do you have a brave heart? You can learn the fingerspelling ASL alphabet. Visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel. Meet Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken and Eve, the fingerspelling Bumblebee. Get your copy of the coloring book today. Play the game app and pledge to spread kindness everywhere. And rock your style with our exclusive Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bullying t-shirt. Get your copy of Rabbit Act of Kindness No Bully today. Available on Amazon and actoffkindnessseries.com. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies of the books, coloring books, and Folkmanist puppets for every student via donorschoose.org.
Excellent. So that is Rabbit Acts of Kindness. I love it. And with that, I think I am going to go ahead and bring in our next guest. We do have Mark Isaac Potter joining us. And I think, there we go. How you doing, Mark?
Doing pretty good. You guys are great. I like what Marianne had to say. I haven't heard that about this before, and I don't, but I got something on the screen here. How can I be of service to you guys? I want to immediately invite Marianne to be on my podcast, but I don't know. I don't know if that's appropriate. So I don't know what you guys do around here. But yeah, I love what she's doing, and I love repetition. So I hope you. And it's called activekindness.com is her website, or
actsofkindnessseries.com.
series.com. Okay.
Yeah. And
Are
actually,
you
Mark, if you
still
want to
there,
introduce her.
Marianne? There you are.
Yep, she's here.
Yes, I am. I'd love to be on your show. It's October is
Yeah.
anti-bullying month.
If you
So-
ever have, send me your email and your phone, and with the email I'll send you the schedule for the week. We tape the show 36 times a week, and then when it gets to be game day, I'll call you and we'll get you up and running. So
What's
yeah,
the
I
name
would
of-
love that. Are we
What's the
go? Are
name-
we're live public right now, right? So
What's the name of the podcast?
Mark Isaac Potter presents. If you type my name is spelled fairly uniquely in the world. So
Okay, if you'd like to upload it onto our chat, that would be great, and I can connect with you
oh,
after the
yeah,
show.
all of the above. All of the above. Sue, I'm not in touch with you much, but how do I get Marianne to send me her contact information, or I can just give mine now, or whatever,
I can make
whatever
sure you
you
get
guys
it.
guide me along here so I don't
Yeah,
mess up and slip into a Burger King commercial or something.
Mark, she did put her email and phone number in the chat for you if that's helpful.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you could.
I sometimes have a hard time getting a hold of the chat because the word chat has so many syllables. No, I'm kidding. You guys know
Actually,
I joke around all the time.
It looks like there might be a typo in her phone number there. There's not enough digits.
Okay, somebody
I can
else
make
did
sure you
that
get the
to me
right
this
thing.
week. And I bought 6. I'm not joking. I bought 6 magnifying glasses. Guess how many I can find right now since I'm bringing it up. Says 80. Can you read it to me, Sue?
808.
Slower, honey. 808
Yep. 445
445
5100.
5100. And does it give her email too?
It is Marianne of Waikiki at gmail.com.
All right. Yeah, I would love to have her on for a series. I like people doing a series. There's a man in either Minnesota or Wisconsin named Richard who has been on for 15 shows. So I'd like to have people come on for as many as they possibly can.
Perfect.
Waikiki is what? How do you spell Waikiki?
Waikiki.
All right. All right, very nice. Well, this is very beautiful. Do you want me on here or off here? What do we do next?
You are welcome to be here. It's
All right,
good.
just
And
let me
I
know.
know
Somebody.
We had another gentleman that had hopped on, and actually he hopped back off. I'm wondering, Emily, do you want to reach out to John and see if he can join us back in here again?
Sure, I can share reaching out to him.
Oh, what? Okay, I see the blue guy. You want to introduce us?
Yes, I mistakenly gave him the same name as his cousin.
Uh-oh.
He has a cousin. He has a cousin who is a blue rabbit whose name is Caspian. And we've done several ads with him. So this is apparently going to be Casper the Blue Bear.
Very cute.
So it'll give enough confusion that hopefully people are interested. And Casper got a new friend last week who's not been on camera yet. She has a name that I don't know what it means in Latin, Latinx. I call her so far. I call her Chica, but I don't know if that's a good word to be using in Latinx or not. She still has her price tag on, I think. She's
Very
so
cute.
cute. I love stuffed animals. I used to have when I had my own apartment, I had I had a gorilla that was about 2 feet high it was a gorilla mother that had a baby still hooked to the umbilical cord with her.
Oh,
And they were
wow.
a stuffed animal family. So, and if I had put my closet, let me go fix my closet door because one of the artists I promote has some art in here. Can I do that?
That'd be great.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, so Mark is a gentleman who has been connected with us here for a while, actually. He and Kurt have talked quite a bit. Ooh, and I'm seeing the art on that door. That is awesome. Oh, and actually, you're muted right now. But yeah, I would love to hear more about that. Oh, Mark, can you unmute yourself? There you go.
I don't have a digital portfolio made as of yet, but I'm trying to get her to put some paper clips up on my wall so I can put different pieces up there. I lost the use of my phones last week because I didn't pay the bill. It's a very large bill, so I have pretty much permanently lost the phones. So, but someday I hope to make a digital portfolio of her work. Anyway, what else are we talking about on this show? I'm embarrassed to be the focus of the attention.
Well, you know what? Actually, tell us more about your shows. What all have you done over the
Okay,
years?
all right. I will. Been a TV producer for 20 some years. We've done thousands and thousands of shows. We currently have about 1,000 shows on our YouTube channel. Many of them are talking heads interviews with business leaders, nonprofit leaders. I'm trying to get more missionary programs of churches and synagogues and temples and whatever Muslim houses are called to come on and share. Yeah, so been doing, like I say, TV for 23 years, still out of KMVT 15 in Mountain View, California. And then also a podcast for the 3 years. We always want people on. Like I said, we have 36 slots per week, and I've never filled them all. So there's always
a lot
a
of time
spot.
slots.
Well,
You're
you guys, how
busy.
you kidding? You guys are broadcasting 500 shows an hour on this system.
Sometimes it feels like that.
You know, well, no, I'm serious. I said you on another show about a week or two ago that your husband gave me a list of 69 shows to attend in one day. I never heard of such. I had Pope Leo call me and say, which one of these should I pick? I'm like, well, whatever, dude. So, yeah, so that's a lot of fun. I've given over 500 speeches over the years. I was involved in Toastmasters for, I would say somewhere between 7 and 10 years. I conduct a lot of seminars. I've written 4 or 5 different seminars, and I give them every way you can get them, digitally and in person live on Zoom and in person live in my geographic area. So try to stay just try to stay active. I tell people I grew up with Abraham Lincoln's father, so I'm, a little bit older than some of you, but yeah. So,
So what was one of your favorites that you've done? One of the favorite
oh, real,
things that
I get this question. I love this question. We did a show. I'm not joking. This is really true. The TV station that we had when it's still around, but when it was in the year 2019, our station had been in the same building for about 20 years. And it was a one-story building that had like 9 or 10 businesses in it. And the TV station was one of those. So we did a show at 7 o'clock at night with now I can't remember what they're called, people from Ireland that play an instrument and they wear a skirt, the men.
like
What's
Celtic,
that? Huh?
like a Celtic kind of dancing, or
Yeah, well, no, plays an instrument that you've heard of,
Oh,
but in
Bagpipes.
bagpipes. Thank you, honey. So he came in with his bagpipes, and he'd already played at church, and he was a friend of a friend, so I knew he wasn't come in and mess up. He did a wonderful, absolutely stunningly wonderful job in his full garb for my show. That other show has a different name, and I thought the damn building was gonna fall apart. The music was so loud. I literally felt like I could hear the walls crumbling. So was glad all the other it was 7 o'clock at night, so I was glad all the other companies had gone home so nobody would get hurt. But yeah, that was one of my favorite shows. Another favorite show was a young lady. I used to teach at the TV station. I would teach adults, but I also had a separate thing where I taught children. And I had this lady named a 16-year-old named Alicia. I can't think it was a 3-word name, Alicia Fuze Wong. And I called her parents and said, well, we can't have her on the show unless you guys really give a sign off, give permission. So the parents said, we'll do you one better. We'll come on the show with her. And she's a painter. And, our TV studio is fairly big. So she brought 3 or 4 or 5 paintings on the easels and just stunning work as a child, as a 16-year-old. So she's, of course, gone on to be a big shot in the art world, and we're proud to have had her on. Just hundreds of really beautiful shows. I did a show for a theater group that's still in existence called Bay Area Drama Group, or they call themselves BAD. They're run by a friend of mine. They do plays that have to do with the nation of India. So we did a lot of good stuff, cultural stuff, and a lot of volunteer, did a lot of nonprofits in the beginning, hundreds and hundreds. So
that's where it sounds like having a chance to interview Marianne would be a nice addition to what you've all done.
Yeah, and Sue, I'm gonna call you out because you don't tell us a lot about yourself on here.
You're right. I actually
would you please tell us a little about because I know nothing about you except that I think you're in that bank robbery class that I take at the community college, but you always sit in the back, so I never get to talk to you. Tell us a little about yourself, or what inspires you. I know you have to dodge that husband of yours every day, but I like to tease people. Anyway, go ahead.
I wear lots of hats. During the day, I actually work at Carroll University. So I'm the lab manager for the biology department, biology program, life sciences department. So take care of all the lab, any lab related anything goes to us. And I think I'm at a head count of 48 work study students right now that work on the team with me there. So
Okay.
I get to be their supervisor, get to have some fun with them and teach them how to do all the back end stuff.
Way. Wow. That's a lot.
So that's what I do during the day, and then we've got all these podcasts that we do. We've got this one on Wednesday nights. We have a live radio show on River West Radio, which is a community station that's not too far away from us here, just a little bit to the north of Milwaukee. And that show is called Ability MKE Now. MKE is just the airport code for Milwaukee, but it's all ability related, celebrating the ability in all of us. And we've interviewed some amazing people on there. But yeah, that's live on the radio, so that's a slightly different animal doing
Yeah.
that style. We work with the Disability Channel out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and do some shows for them. We've got the TDC Today Show communities, so very much community based and celebrating all things ability as much as possible, but really it's very much a variety of what we all do on there. Let's see, on Monday nights we do Project Die Hard Mission Monday Update. That is a podcast we do that's every Monday, and it's for Project Die Hard, and Kurt and I are both ambassadors for them. That is a group that is all about preventing the suicides among our veterans.
Right. That's how I got started with you guys, was through that program.
That was the connecting point. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. Kurt came on my show. I met him through maybe Nancy Wilson.
Okay.
Anyway, someone
I
for. Go ahead.
I think it might have been Nancy White.
Nancy White. Okay. Anyway, so Marianne, chime in here, honey. Don't let me.
She actually just put a note on there, so she'll join in later.
The white guys in the world have been responsible for 114% of the crime and mischievousness. So don't let me run the damn show here. But Sue, if I can ever be of help to any of your peeps or homies, just have them call me and say, Sue said this, and we'll put them on. You do not have my newest phone number, so you might want to get that sometime.
Sounds good.
I lost all my phones. I had to go out and get a senior jitterbug phone. It's gas operated, so I have to keep a little tank of gas in the backyard to fill it up.
At least it's not coal, it's okay.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah. At least it's not coal. At least you're playing along. Now, you guys live near Milwaukee, huh?
Yes.
All right. So I'm from Ohio, but I still get Milwaukee and Wisconsin mixed up. Somebody said Wisconsin is north what am I trying to say? There's two states. One of them is Wisconsin.
Illinois is right below us.
No, what's north of you?
Canada.
No, come on.
Lake Michigan is right next to us. Lake Superior is above us. Then Canada's above that.
I'm not this stupid, am I? Well, there's two states, Wisconsin and
Minnesota's right next to us.
What are some other states around you?
Sometimes
Minnesota.
Minnesota. That's it.
yeah, I was gonna say it seems like some people
I get Wisconsin and Minnesota mixed up. Now, which one's north of which?
They're actually east and west of each other.
Oh, they are
We're
not.
literally right next to each other. Mississippi River runs between us.
Oh my God. My dementia's getting worse than I thought.
So
Oh,
you know
boy.
what? I can even give you a picture. Let me pull up.
No, it's all right. I'll look it up one of these days. But still, I get them mixed up. I seem to have I have a lot of clients around the general Milwaukee area. that. Richard Learskye lives around there, and y'all live around there. And there's a guy named Rod Clark who runs a literary magazine called Rosebud. It's been out for 30 years. He lives near there.
Okay, I do have to show this picture because it's going to prove me wrong just a little.
Oh, good. That's good.
Here's
All right.
Minnesota.
Okay.
And look, Minnesota does have a little arm that technically is north of Wisconsin. So if you really want to get technical.
And above that is Canada?
Yep. Above the big white line here, that's all Canada up here.
Wow. Okay.
But this is Upper Michigan is on this little
Yeah.
arm here.
Yeah. I've had long conversations with Richard Learsh about upper Michigan, because I'm very curious about, as a writer, I've been a writer for 50 years and I've had 140 pieces published. My therapist has homework for me, which is to say some of the good things about my life. So that's why I keep interjecting all these stats, you know. Plus, I used to be the quarterback for the Raiders. Yeah, not really. All right, so have me shut up or something. You want me to talk, really, or what?
You're good, because Marianne said she's going to be back in a little bit. She had to step away for a short time.
Oh,
here,
okay.
but,
Okay.
I know John Kennedy had hopped on here for just a moment. Emily, were you able to reach out to him to see if he wants to hop on back in? I didn't even get to say hi. He was here briefly and left. So hopefully he can come on back. He's a good one. I would be great.
Now
for you guys to meet.
I only could read part of the word after his name, but he's in neuroplasty or what?
Let me see if I can get that correct here. He is a neuroplastician. So he was on last week. So that's where I had my note on the screen. So he does a lot with like brain development and
We shouldn't let
training
him. We shouldn't let him come in and be more participatory, so that
I didn't have a chance to bring him in yet.
you could have had me shut up.
He was
I can
gone
always-
before I brought you in.
You can always shut up. I mean, if I give my right arm to be ambidextrous, you know.
Yeah.
You've heard all these jokes before, probably, because I tell them on every show. So anyway,
Actually, that one I have not heard yet.
I grew up in Ohio. I grew up in the township, which is the country part of a small town. It's not inside the city. I grew up in Vermilion Township, Vermilion, Ohio. My dad built a house that was a shack. We had an outhouse. We had kerosene lamps. We didn't have enough wood left to put walls in the house. So my stepmother put up sheets for walls. And we lived that way for a while until my dad got a job at the Ford plant and could start a Ford to improve the house. Went to Vermilion schools until I graduated from Vermilion High School in 1969. And then I hitchhiked out west. So hitchhiked out here I went to college 2 years in Ohio at Bowling Green. Started hitchhiking out here maybe in the spring of 71. Hitchhiked around the country for a while and wound up in Phoenix. Lived in Phoenix for 1 or 2 years. And I was very active in some of the, like Arizonans for Peace. And I did volunteer work at a Lutheran church there. I'm fairly non-denominational, so. Then I moved to California because I met this lady who wanted to live in California. So we did drive around the country for a couple of months in her yellow Bug. And we did drive to Philadelphia to be part of the Quaker training. Quakers give out training for protesters. So I was trained on how to train other protesters in what Gandhi called satyagraha, which means nonviolence. It's the same tactic that Dr. King used. Dr. King got it from Gandhi. So we were there a few weeks for training. Then we decided to move to Palo Alto. When we got to, is it okay I'm telling you this stuff or what?
Sure.
And when we moved to Palo Alto, we had both been to Palo Alto in the past for peace conferences. And we knew of a place called the Institute for the Study of Nonviolence, run by Joan Baez and her friend Lee Swanson.
Wow.
And so we decided we were either going to live in Philadelphia with the Quakers or Palo Alto. Finally decided to move to Palo Alto. We rented a studio in East Palo Alto. And the day that we went over to the Institute for the Study of Nonviolence to tell them that we were going to commit ourselves to volunteering at the Institute, that day, Lee Swanson was there to say, we're closing the Institute.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, we didn't have any sense to have called ahead or anything. So we continued to live in East Palo Alto, and we both joined like I joined the War Resistance League and the anti-tax doohickey nonprofit, and she started doing stuff with the guy who followed. You remember the book "You're Okay, I'm Okay"
Yeah.
by Dr. Whoever?
Yeah, I can't think who that is right now.
One of his underlings was a man named Claude Steiner, who started a group called something else. And he ran his stuff out of Berkeley. So my lady friend Kathy decided to start participating there. So we got active in the community. And I've been in California ever since '73, doing various and sundry mischievous things. So yeah, lived in most of there's a part of the greater San Francisco Bay Area called the South Bay. And that South Bay area has about 10 or 12 cities in it. San Jose, Sunnyvale, Cupertino, Gilroy, Milpitas, Mountain View, all kinds of cities. And I've lived in most of those one time or another. So now I live in the next county over called Alameda County.
All
So
the
yeah.
places you've been, what's been your favorite?
Good question. I guess what comes to mind, kind of unusual, I guess. I don't know. There's a ranch here in the San Francisco Bay Area, in the city of Palo Alto. And I think it's called the Duveneck Ranch after the family that created it. It's like a large park or preserve, and they have a lot of conferences there. Back in the day when we had peace conferences, we would attend them at the Duveneck Ranch. And it's very beautiful because they have lots of nice conference buildings that are wooden, were houses before, plus a wooded area behind there that we would all go out and sleep in the woods at night during the conference. So very fun. But yeah, it's I like East Palo Alto because it's it was at that time a predominantly African American area, and I volunteered for the Black Panthers years ago, and I almost got kicked out of high school for writing a report about Fred Hampton and Mark Clark, who were, as your people around there know, they were assassinated in the Chicago area back in '68. So I wrote a report about that in high school, and they tried to kick me out of high school for it because my little town was, shall we just say, racist and get it over with.
We're not ready for that.
We're not ready for that. Well, yeah. So anyway, so then I went on to volunteer at the university, Bowling Green, for the intercommunal news service of the Panthers, and I would help distribute the paper. So then I got invited to go to a meeting of the regular Panthers and join as a regular member. And on my way up to Toledo, I said, no, I just can't hang, because I know some component of this group is pro rifles and stuff. And of course, I'd been studying Gandhi. So I literally remember turning my car around on the freeway and going back to Bowling Green. But still admire the breakfast program and other things the Panthers have done. And your audience may not know that there is a new, much more mild organization called the New Black Panther Party, which is,
I'm actually not familiar, no.
more about cultural things than social change right now. And I've trying to get him on the show, but I haven't been able to get him on the phone. But can I put it out publicly if people can be on my show or not?
Sure.
Okay, so folks, we have people ask me what are the requirements to be on my show. It's a podcast named after me. We have two requirements. Number one is you have to be able to breathe out.
Check so far.
And you may be able to guess the other one. You have to be able to breathe in. You can do those two things, you're probably eligible to be on my show. So just Google my name and you can find me doing a tuna commercial or something for the country of Botswana or whatever. So, yeah.
Excellent. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, it's Sue, it's great for you to have me on. I don't know why I'm getting so much screen time. It's a little embarrassing, but
It's your lucky day. Actually, I was going to come back to, you've got those pictures over your shoulder. Tell me a little more about those, because
okay, the artist name, I will spell it for you. The artist name is Shay Shay, which is spelled CHEZSHAY. And she's been a artist since, I don't remember now. I think since Joan of Arc was in short pants. Anyway, she's got, like I said, 427 of those. And they're very different from each other. A lot of realism, a lot of absurdism. Some are large, some are small. That's one of the reasons it's been hard to catalog them. But she will not sell the originals, but she will sell the reprints.
Gotcha.
Would look good up in your office or the lobby of your building or your home. I've got some in the bathroom, living room, pretty much everywhere around the house. She's a lovely young lady. She's probably, I think she's around 60 years old, so she's still young. Very she's done a lot of traveling. When we're watching TV, we often watch TV together. When we're watching TV, I always get irritated with her because, we'll be looking at some godforsaken corner of, British Guyana, and she'll go, I've been there. I've been there.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, shut up.
Been everywhere. Have you been out of the
Yeah.
country?
Meg, what'd you say? You like Mongolia? And I'm making things up now, but Oh
I'm just
yeah,
curious where you've all
there.
been.
He's been everywhere. And me, I left the United States once for 45 minutes and I didn't like it. I lived
45 minutes.
well, I'm old, I've got lots of stories. So my first wife, she's an activist in the Latinx community. And she and I were married back in the some years ago. And her parents lived at that time in what's called Bisbee, Arizona. And
Okay.
Bisbee is a little town that sits on the border. So the American part is called Bisbee and the Mexican part is called Arapueta. And at that time, which was the early 70s, you could just walk across the border and they had a little turnstile and a guard, but you walked across because on the other side you could get cigarettes and liquor cheap.
Oh my gosh.
I was a smoker for many decades. So we'd go over there. So I was over there once for 45 minutes. That's the totality of my international travel. Not a big international traveler, but compared to Shay Shay. So, yeah.
Let's say our favorite trip ever. You made me think of it actually when you brought up the bagpipes earlier, because well, two things. When you bring up bagpipes, I think about Carroll University because they always have the bagpipes leading the graduates in when it's graduation day. Always got them part of that procession, and man, I love that part.
Yeah.
That's perfect. And then when you say Ireland, we actually were there once. Oh my gosh, 20 plus years ago, 28, I don't know, a long time ago. Prettiest place I've ever been.
Oh.
That we were there with family, and that was one. It's like, if I was ever to revisit someplace I've been far away, that would be
Yeah.
one. There's so much more to see, and everywhere we went was just friendly people, music. There'd be we actually stayed in different places all along the southern shore, I should say. My sister-in-law actually did all the reservations. We did bed and breakfast all along there, and
Okay.
every town we were in, there was a pub that we would go to at night, and magically random people would show up with instruments and music's gonna play and everyone's just having fun. And friendly
Oh.
as can be. It was beautiful.
Wow.
It was landscape like you don't see anywhere else, and
Yeah.
nice
Well, in a
place.
lot of countries, I'm on TikTok a lot. Like some days, well, not anymore, but when I first got on, I would be on there literally like 12 hours.
Mm.
I was confused one day because I got on TikTok at like 3:15 and then I started to get off and it was like 3:12 and I'm like, wait a minute. Just 3:15 and it had been 12 hours. So, but to speak to your Ireland comment, TikTok has a lot of stuff on it where some other countries in the world are now literally paying United States citizens to move there, and they'll pay you a lump sum when you move, and then also they give you B, a monthly stipend if you stay for X number of years, and it varies by country.
Wow.
So
Curious what the
and some of
incentive
the
is of why they
amounts
want
are
that.
Some of the amounts are so large, I won't say them on here because I don't have verification, but Ireland may or may not be one of those countries.
Huh.
I think Italy might be one of those countries. And then, of course, some of the third world countries also will pay you. Now, the stipulation is that you stay a number of years. You know, it varies by country, but you might check that out if you're trying to escape something in the United States. I can't imagine what it would be, but yeah.
Interesting. Haven't heard of that.
So, yeah, so I've got hundreds of stories about life. So I can tell stories, or I wish I could bring other pictures. I don't know if they'd show up. There is a stack of her work here in the house. I heard it's in the living room somewhere under a chair. So I don't know if an old man like me could find that.
Well, maybe,
Anyway,
for
so
next
tell
time,
us
maybe.
about your family. I hear you, Sue. You have 47 cousins.
I do
What I've
not have
heard.
quite that many. I have all of, let me think here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 first cousins.
So that means you've got some brothers and sisters.
I have one brother.
Okay,
One brother older than me.
so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry for your. I've got a brother who passed. I've got 2 sisters. My second wife passed in 95.
Mm.
And I miss her every day. And it's been, been a while. In fact, our 44th wedding anniversary would have been just a few days ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
happy
lovely.
anniversary.
Just an angel, absolute angel. After we were 4 or 5 years into the marriage, I asked her, and I should tell you how I asked her to marry me because it's a funny story. After we were married 4 or 5 years, I felt like it was safe to say, "Why in God's name did you marry me?" She said, "Ah, you make me laugh." I turned away and went, "Good enough, good enough. I can do that." No, my friend Ray and I both used to ride motorcycles, but I myself was never a drinker. I tried it. I tried to like it. I just never liked it. So one day, Ray and I were out riding our bikes. We get back to Mountain View and we say, let's go get a drink. And well, it's Ray. Let's go get a drink. All right. So we go get a drink. So I'm trying to act macho, even though I'm non-binary and I like cross-dressing and live in California because it's California. But he wanted to go in this bar and I was trying to act like a man. So I said, I bet I can ask one of those 2 ladies over there to dance with me the first time I ask. I'll bet you a beer, which of course I couldn't probably even finish. He said, you're on. So I walked slowly through the bar to the men's room to kind of scope out these 2 ladies. Now, this would have been about 1980s, so I would have been 30 then. And there were 2 ladies. One was like in her early 40s and one was in her early 20s. So I went to the restroom and I thought, well, probably have a better chance with the lady in her 40s. And I had been a waiter. I've had many jobs in life, shoveling sand and selling life insurance, etc. So I went up beside the woman in her early 40s like a waiter would have, and I kind of leaned over and said, may I have the honor of this dance? And she said, why, yes. So as she had on, I still remember she had on this absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous white dress, floor length pretty much, with beautiful flowers all over it. And just a lovely lady. So we met and blah blah blah, exchanged contact. So I called her, not home, called her for 2 weeks, not home. I remember sitting at my desk going, this is the last time I'm going to call this. So I called her, and she finally, after the 20th call, answered. I said, where you been or whatever? She said, oh, I've been on vacation for a couple of weeks. So we talked, and we had never dated, right? We just had met. So for the first date, not very wise for her, but fun for me, she invited me over to her house. Now, this is 1980, so, things were not, we didn't have quite as many terrorist organizations like Antifa and like that. I'm trying to make a joke here. Anyway, she invites me over for dinner. Okay. I like to eat. I'm from Ohio. We eat 5-6 meals a day. So she made, without me knowing what she was going to make, she made my favorite meal in the world.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that?
God's working overtime. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and corn.
There's Midwest
So,
right there.
I was like, man, this is so. I looked out the window while I'm eating, going, yeah, this one's a keeper. So we dated for like a year. And I said to her one night, this is a long story. You shut me up when you need to. We dated for a year. And she and I had been both married. I had been married with no kids. She had been married with 3 girls. She was older than me by 16 years. So she had 3 daughters, the oldest of whom was almost my age. And I said to her one night after a year of dating, we're going to go up to a nice restaurant in the city, meaning San Francisco. So, Friday night. So let's both get dressed up. Well, she told me years later that she then called the daughters and said, I think he's going to finally ask me. So we went up to the city, and I was going to ask her. Went up to the city. We went to this fancy restaurant whose name I should be able to name drop, but St. Francis, Pier 39. So I got scared, didn't ask. And of course, on the way home, it's like, oh my God. And she's like, what the fuck? And oh, sorry, not supposed to swear. You can swear on my show. So within the next few days, God works. God works overtime. In the next few days, her oldest daughter called. Her oldest daughter, who was almost my age, called. She and her husband at that time lived in Panama because her husband was a Army Ranger. And so she called and said, Mom, her mother already knew that Kathy had broken her foot or had been pregnant. So here's Kathy, 3, 4, 5 months pregnant. She broke her foot. She had called to say, I broke my foot. Well, my wife, Carol, said, I'll be right there. Just went immediately to the airport, jumped on a plane, went to Panama. And so I'm like, oh boy, did I blow this? Because it'd been just a day or two. I called the youngest daughter, who I had the best relationship with, and said, what do I do? She says, well, you kind of blew it, so you just got to wait. So she's gone like I don't know, a week or 10 days, you know. So, and she told the story, Carol told the story later of how it was like to fly back. So when you fly from Panama back in the 80s, the first plane you get on is more of a Panamanian plane. That plane is more like a cattle car. She
Ooh.
said they just sat in a seat in an open area with animals, farm animals. And then only then when they got to another place, I think it was maybe Miami, where they could change on to what was really like a plane. So she gets in at 1 a.m. after flying whatever number of 16 hours or whatever it was. And I'm at the door, right? And somebody said later, for God's sake, you should have let the woman sleep. I'm at the door of the place because we lived together. And I said, I got to talk to you. She says, I'm tired. Let me go to bed. I said, no, I got to talk to you. Let's go to Denny's. So we went to Denny's, and at Denny's, have over pie. I said, will you marry me? She said, of course I will.
Aw.
So that's the convoluted methodology I used. Don't ever marry me. It'll cost you more in nerves than, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
So we're here
story.
till 1 o'clock.
We are. Ooh, and actually, guess who's joining us? Mark Balin's just coming in here.
Kennedy or who?
Oh, almost.
Who is it? Mark Balin?
Balin.
I've been wanting to meet him for years. He
You
was
haven't
so
met
nice
yet?
to me. Huh?
You guys have not met yet?
He's been nice to me for centuries.
We have. Yeah, we
And
have. We
I've
have
been-
before.
And I've been despicable to him. I called him once at
No.
3:30 in the morning and woke him up. He remembers. He's just being nice. And said, dude, this is like, and I said, well, I thought it was maybe your office phone. Anyway, so he,
You sure you called me at 3:30 in the morning? Because I remember you calling me, but not 3:30 in the morning. I think you're like you were reading your numbers upside down.
well, I'm generally upside down anyway, so it wouldn't surprise
Well,
me.
and I, it's hard to believe that anybody with the first, the greatest first name in the world ever, would make any kind of mistakes, which is the greatest first name ever in the entire world. Seriously.
You haven't met me then, apparently. I'm the poster boy of mistakes.
No, but you have the best first name ever.
Well, that's maybe true.
No, it is true.
Can't believe I'm in a room with two of you.
Anyway,
Well,
Mark,
you're outnumbered.
it's an honor to meet you, guy. And I just, do you know why I look up to you? Really? Why I look
Because you're
up to
only
you?
5'4"?
Yeah, because you're
Because you're only
taller.
5'4"?
You're taller than I am. Exactly. That's
Because I'm taller than you?
yes. You
By
are
the way,
taller.
you hear a lot of similar sense of humors. Go ahead, boss.
Yes.
You ever
That's
been to
so
Potter's
nice
house?
to meet you. Tell us
You ever
about
been to Potter's
your
house? Go ahead.
tell us about your on the mark TV thing because I don't know much. What would
No.
you say what would you say about your programs from a introductory perspective? What if you
I
were
would say
giving a
that-
presentation to a kindergarten? What would you say?
Well, I would say you look pretty good for someone only 5 years old. But I would say, let's see. Oh, we're gonna work. Do you have to take off your shoes to count to 11? Let's see. Okay, what would I say? I would say it's the opportunity of a lifetime to be on a streaming television network reaching over 500 million people that gives you more visibility to more places that are unknown and unseen before than ever before.
Beautiful. And I understand you have a network of networks. Is that right?
I stream on more multiple networks than anybody in the world.
So it's like 150, isn't it, or so?
No, I'm on about 20 different streaming networks.
Oh, well, it's 150 TV stations.
No, no. I'm not a T. I'm my network. The reason I reached so many people is because my network was built by a beautiful woman named Maureen Cooper, whose last name is Holyfield. And what happened was when she originally built these channels, she also, and you're going to understand this better than anybody, she was buying 200 DVDs and Blu-rays a day and creating licensing and content. So the licensing and content that are on my television networks are more legitimate than anybody else's. And it can't be taken off. It can't be discriminated against. And it can't be ever not released because it's all licensed content. It's not something that I'm stealing from YouTube. It's not something I'm stealing from Instagram. I'm not taking it from anyone. I'm not plagiarizing anybody.
Yeah, very good.
Right. So the content is completely licensed, and that's what sets us apart.
Very nice. Very beautiful. I
have Evander Holyfield boxing matches on my television network. I have In Living Color. I have some of the greatest legends. I have Kirk Douglas. I have Kirk Douglas's first movie. I have Burt Reynolds' first movie. I have Arnold Schwarzenegger's first movie ever.
Wow.
Where he was dressed in a blue leisure suit, as a cowboy.
Yeah,
you remember that one? That was the villain with Kirk Douglas.
Wow.
Elvis's first movie in 1956.
So I'm going to suggest that because both of you are very, very, to me, very important people. And when I talk to important people, I get embarrassed. And I always I'm going to suggest to both of you people, and I'm serious. That you assign an intern to be the guest on my show to represent you. Because my show is really small. The only place we get decent views is TikTok. We've got 1,000 shows on YouTube, but we don't get hardly any views. So.
Well, that's because that's the problem. You should be taking your best shows, giving it to me, and then you'll have, 100,000 views, 1 million views, 2 million views, 3 million views, 4 million views.
Let me tell you something about that. And Sue, shut me up if you need to. I checked my bank balance the other day, Mark. One bank had $0.04. The other bank had $1.47.
Oh, so you can't even get a Happy Meal? That's a sucks.
So whatever fee you charge, I can come over and work on toilets or wash your dishes.
You know what my fee is for Mr. Potter? You know what my fee is?
In the toilet, whatever you want.
So, you're old enough to be Harry's father. You're old enough to be in the original Potter's house. So for you,
I told Sue I grew up with Charlemagne. So.
I thought you mean Charlotte's Web, right?
You know who Charlemagne lived in 1400, Doug?
I'm just saying, I would give you the ultimate senior discount and charge you the whopping, oh my God, this is going to close your bank account. Seriously. The whopping amount of $0.
How do I get shows to you? I'm not technologically, Mark, I'm not technologically astute.
Well,
so how do I physically get shows? I can put them on a flash drive and mail them to your house in Mongolia.
No, I'm not. I'm more closer to Timbuktu than I am Mongolia.
I remember Tim. I don't remember Buck.
Well, but when they put them together, they're Timbuktu.
Tim was kind of a tall guy, blonde hair. I thought he was cute, but then.
Yeah, well, that's when you were dating, but not now. But anyway, no, seriously.
I could put them on some of my people. I put them on a thumb drive and mail them to them.
Well, that would not be very beneficial to me since I haven't had one of those computers since 1984. So it'd be much easier for you just to, is it possible that you can crank up the old telegraph and maybe like,
I could do.
Or maybe Pony Express.
I have a joke. I have a joke for that telegraph. How does it go?
Is it from Mel Brooks? Telegram for Mr. Telegram for.
Now I forgot it. I do have dementia. People know that. Anyway,
I know I was watching you in a movie the other day. It was called Young Frankenstein.
okay.
Frankenstein.
I was in. I
Best
think I
movie
was
ever,
in that
man.
movie. I think I was in that movie as the monster.
Abby Normal. No, that was Peter Boyle, but you'll do look alike.
Yeah.
Abby Normal. That is one of my all-time favorites.
I
love
saw that.
movie.
You know what? I saw that at the Nutley movie. I was in Nutley, New Jersey. I lived in Belleville. There was a theater in Nutley called the Nutley Movie Theater, and no, it's called the Franken Movie Theater. In 1974, I was 13 years old, and that movie came out, and I watched it for $1 at the movie theater, and it would make me. I never laughed so hard in my life. I mean, where'd you get the brain, Igor? From Abby? Abby Normal.
Abby Normal.
Igor,
Oh,
Marty Feldman, Madeline Kahn. I mean, Marty Feldman was hysterical, and Gene Hackman. Oh my God! And then after he followed that up with like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and then him and Richard Pryor went crazy together.
So
Just fun
good.
stuff.
I have to see that one again. It's been years.
I told
Gene
Maureen to put it on
Hackman
my.
is a serious, wonderful actor. He's got a. Yeah, I saw some stuff about him on TikTok the other day. He's got a very
It was real sad when he lost his wife. When Gilda Radner died, that was sad.
yeah.
I told Maureen I want that movie on my channel. It's 50 years old and it's just beautiful.
Very nice.
That one is.
Well, I've got a show. A lot of my shows, Mark, don't have a front end, back end, but I have about 120 shows of my show that originally broadcast on television called In Our Community.
Nice.
All those have a front end and a back end, and they're all programmed for about 28 minutes, 30
Perfect.
seconds.
And you know what you're doing. And also, didn't you star as Lou Grant too with Mary Tyler Moore? Because you kind of
Well,
look like
no,
Ed Asner too.
I tried, but they wouldn't have me because my Volkswagen broke down in her driveway once and left an oil stain. Yeah.
I heard that happened when you fell down and you left an oil stain.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah. I could go somewhere, but we have a lady in the house here, so.
Do we? Oh yeah.
I like your
Sitting
chair.
there Agreeing with
My
best
second-
movie.
My second wife bought me a
She's no lady
lazy
sister.
boy.
She's no lady sister, Wisconsin.
No, Minnesota.
No, Wisconsin. She's at Wisconsin. She was born and raised at Wisconsin.
Oh, were you born
Sorry,
and raised up there?
Yeah, she's used to
There
be.
was.
She's used to cheesy.
Yes.
I swear they're
Not
both
married Kurt, right?
they're both children of Pope Leo the 14th, I think.
Maureen's in it, by the way. Maureen's in the Guinness Book of World Records for the husband with the most nicknames.
Wow. Cute.
Anybody who has a husband that goes by Big Toe, you know she can take a joke.
Yeah. I tried to compile a list of all of the nicknames he has, and I still am missing a bunch.
Yeah. He just got a new one too. He just got a new one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about being an old man at the boats.
Oh,
Hector, Zeke, Kurtimer Service.
how cute. Well,
Big toe.
Big
oh,
Toe.
who are you talking about? Kurt, or who are you talking
Yeah, he
about?
has a lot of nicknames.
Oh yeah, Special K, and
Yeah, I'm not the only one who makes fun of him.
well, I try to
Poor
make
guy's a
fun of him every
target on his
chance I
back.
get.
We were on Happy Neighborhood Project today, and he fell asleep.
He was
Well-
there. You guys just didn't let him talk.
Yeah, these guys
Every
work
time he
on
started
it all
talking.
day. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do.
I
so
kept
much.
trying to say, Kurt, are you awake? Are you awake? Are you awake? And his head was just frozen.
Yeah.
Well, the video might have been frozen, but I don't think his mic was. He kept trying to start talking and was like, yeah, nope.
Well, I
Everybody's
didn't
still
come on to
talking.
about 10 minutes left, and I was just telling him stories. That's all.
I think they need to start hiring AI agents over there at Roscoff International.
See, there you go. See, and then we also have to. You have to go there for Festivus Day.
Weekend.
Who
Day.
venereal what?
Weekend.
Festivus weekend.
It's a whole Festivus for the rest of us. First full weekend in February every year.
I know you're a
Um,
Seinfeld fan, Mr. Potter. I know you're a Seinfeld fan.
Oh yeah, because it's got so many syllables. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my decree. I live by Seinfeld.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right.
I have shirts that say "This pretzels are making me thirsty." I have blankets, coffee cups. I mean, I'm a Jewish kid from New Jersey and New York, so I mean, it makes sense.
Okay.
And we're the same
What do you-
age too. I mean,
what do
everything
you-
he did, like
Yeah. What do
I
you
did
think
everything
of
Jerry Seinfeld did
Sopranos?
except
What
make
do
$1
you
billion.
think of the Sopranos?
No, that too. But I mean, I'm seriously, I did everything Jerry Seinfeld did, the black and white cookies, the whole thing, get your car lost, all that stuff. I did, well, I don't think I ever did the contest, but, well, not publicly. I didn't do that publicly, but,
No soup for you. Did
but
you ever find that?
I went, I've been to that, I've been to Monk's Diner, I've been to the No Soup for You Nazi, I've been to all those places that he's been to, all of them. All of them. I've been to every one of them, all the things he's done. I mean, just growing up, just generally.
Okay.
But yes.
Well, I've been telling Sue about the property my dad created, but I never told her about the time he moved the outhouse and didn't tell any of us.
And put it inside.
No, we never got that. Well, it took a long time to get that sophisticated.
He moved it.
So
He
we
moved
all
out.
went out in the middle of the night to do our business, and we couldn't find the outhouse.
Where'd you grow up? Where did you grow up?
It's a little town in northern Vermilion, northern Ohio, halfway between Cleveland and Toledo, called Vermilion.
I know it.
We lived out in the township. We didn't live in town.
I have a cousin. I have a cousin of mine who went to University of Toledo, and as a matter of fact, his birthday's today. He's an Indonesian kid through my wife's end, and his birthday's today. And he used to live over there. He went to University of Toledo, then he went to Ohio State, and he used to live in that area. That's where his father was, like right in that area you're talking about.
I went to Bowling Green 2 years.
Wow, are you an Indians and Browns fan?
No, I don't even know what that means. I go to the bathroom sometimes. Does that cover the Browns part? What's the Indians
God.
part?
Hershey Squirts?
No, I've never been a fan
Pennsylvania.
of I've never been a fan of the Indians or the Browns. I just never, well, even when I lived there. And then I came out here and my second wife was a big 49ers / Giants fans. So I
San
bought
Francisco
her,
Giants, right.
I bought her Saturday only season tickets to see the Giants. And
What,
I swear to
Saturday
God,
only? What do you mean Saturday only?
I just said my bank account, remember?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, she just loved that. She loved going to the ballpark on a Saturday.
Candlestick? Wow.
I would go to sleep myself, but she loved going to the ballpark and watching baseball. And I could never figure it out because to me, baseball is slower than heart surgery.
Baseball is fun. Oh my gosh.
Dear God.
By the way,
I think
Sue,
these
just to let you
Roscoff
know-
families are Americans.
Hey Sue, just to let you know, look, your Brewers are winning 9-1 in the fourth inning already.
Excellent.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So,
The Brewers are already up 9-1 in the fourth inning. Wow.
okay.
Sounds
well,
like we had our high school homecoming football game last night. The final score, they won by just a little. It was 73-0. It's like, oh my God.
Wait, they didn't have the submission rule? You guys, they ran up that many touchdowns?
And some of them, I don't even think they tried. It was like they just got the next score. Like they would intercept the ball and their end zone's right
lost
there.
or won?
So
You lost or won?
won.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, the other team could have scored on literally their last play. It was down to the guys in the end zone. They could have they tried to pass it to him, and I don't know. I couldn't see well enough if he just dropped it or if it got batted out or what. But he almost there was almost a score. But yeah, the
Wow.
clock just kept running because it was already like somewhere 46-0 by halftime. So yeah, it was.
Mark, let me ask you a question. Has your name appeared on the internet spelled in different ways?
Yeah, my name's been spelled. I've been given shirts, hats, tags. I mean, everything in his brother to become Mark. But I always tell people, see, MARC, we're cool, calm, and collect. And everybody else is kinky.
We're getting some feedback because Mary
Yeah, I'm
Ann
trying to.
just came on.
Yeah, you know, that's
we're
what
good
happens
now.
when Hawaii. That's what happened when Mexico Hawaii shows up. Mexico. I don't even know how to say it. Mariana Waikiki.
My wife and I went over there for vacation once with a church group.
I think Kurt's appearing too.
Oh my God.
You must have heard us talking about him.
We're going to lose our advertisers. We bring them in. Jeez.
Oh, I like this guy.
LSMFT.
Come
None of you
on,
know
Kurt.
that.
You're gonna have fun with us.
LSMFT. Lucky Strike
You're-
means fine tobacco.
Yeah, you got two marks in one.
Wait, that means we're fully loaded here.
Yeah, we're the double sarcastic twins. We're the double sarcastic twins.
I was going to tell Balin, you know, of all the people in the world, Mark.
He says
you're
my
one
name
of
right.
them.
God bless you.
Well, I've been
I
hearing it out of Kurt's
doctor, and they
mouth.
called me. I got an honorary doctor degree, and they called me Mark Berlin. I said, not only am I not a city, I also not a fan of the Nazis.
Oh,
Mark,
boy.
that's the worst thing you call a Jewish kid, Berlin.
Ha, ha.
Probably Hitler.
Ike Ein Berliner.
Then I found out
Yeah.
the Roscoff name is German. Is Roscoff German?
Very.
Oh God.
Very German. No, it's
No wonder I want to call him other. Now that's why I want to call him other nicknames.
oh,
Okay, so
Yeah.
you got the honorary doctorate. Tell us about the event. What all happened? I didn't really get a full rundown of what all happened.
Well, it was fun. Now I'm the Goodwill Ambassador of the United Peace Federation. You know, I'm a Goodwill Ambassador for International Peace Day. I got two congressional awards from District 46 and District 49 of California from two congressmen. And then it's called Vision International University, and they gave me an honorary doctorate in humane letters.
Awesome.
So I of course it's not the same degree as what you have, you know, from but Sue was blown away about a week ago. I think I knocked Sue for a loop because what happened was I sent her a picture of a young man wearing a college T-shirt from Collins University, which is a school that Sue teaches at. And she's like, how do you know somebody from Collins University? And the fact was my neighbor is from Wisconsin. And my neighbor, he teaches at Grand Canyon University in animation. And his brother went to Collins University. And they're from the same neighborhood as Sue.
wow.
Yeah, Mark,
Small world. You talk about small world. That's 6,000 degrees of separation.
yeah, Mark
So
is,
you know anybody that had a T-shirt from Collins University.
hey, Mark, it's Carroll University. not
Carroll University. It's so minute. I don't even remember the name.
Oh,
But it's been around since like the 1500s.
yeah, the university is older than the state of Wisconsin. So
Is it older than Mr. Potter? Wait, is it older than Mr. Potter?
They might be twins. I don't know.
Yes.
I think he was original student.
Well,
Yeah,
that was
it's a
back-
good
that
place.
was back when you had to take our exams with a stone tablet.
Why do we keep saying it's Collins College? There is a Collins College, but Carroll University. Just who's it named after? Some guy named Carroll?
Probably. I don't know. John Carroll. John, I think that's ringing a bell. Let me look. That's one of those random factoids I probably should know.
Fun facts? Is that one of your fun facts?
Well, let me find it. Hang tight.
Carroll University, yes.
And what did John Carroll do? Was he like a explorer?
Just
He probably built it. He probably owned general store.
I was going to tell you a trivia thing I learned about explorers, but probably not for a family show.
Oh, man, we got John Kennedy joining back in here. Let's see, historical timeline. I'm trying. Oh my gosh, everybody's popping. Here
Should we play Hail to
go.
the Chief when he shows up?
Hey, John.
Hey, John, welcome.
Sorry, I had to pop off
Hey,
for
John.
All good. Glad you're here. The guys are having fun. Can you tell?
We should play Hail to the Chief.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
I mean,
Mary
I
Ann
got
back.
all my
Marianne
jokes
shows
over
up, we'll
again.
play. When Marianne shows up, we'll play Olo Olo
Mm,
We'll play Don Ho.
mm.
Let's see. I'm trying to find. So I did look. Oh, it does not say what the college was named after. Let me scroll down
have
far
a
enough.
theme.
Maybe I'll have it.
I have a theme song.
You've
What's
gone
named after?
perplexity.
I work at Carroll University, and we are older than the state of Wisconsin.
Really?
And they're asking what the name was, where we got the name. So I'm looking
Ah,
here, the timeline, 1846. So Wisconsin became a state in 1848. We started in 1846. It says that Carroll
Wow.
College is, it's now Carroll University, but Carroll College is chartered by the territorial legislature in January of 46, advancing the work of Prairieville Academy, which was founded in 1841.
Huh.
And opens with an enrollment of 5 students and only 2 faculty, Eleazar Root and John Sterling.
Wow.
The Reverend John Adams Savage became the first president of the college. Yeah, yada yada.
Sue was the first teacher.
Yeah, I go way back.
Yeah, well, that's kind of cool that the school was formed before the state.
That's why our mascot is the Pioneers. We are the Pios.
Why? Right.
The Pios.
Yep.
So you said
Oh, boy.
18. What year did you say? 1848?
1846.
Okay. So
Did a mascot ride out on a stagecoach?
Maybe back in the day.
Or a Conestoga? Is it a Conestoga wagon? You're like, on your logo.
Actually, the logo has changed not all that long ago, because our logo and the Chicago Bears logo, that same C, they
Yeah.
bought the logo from us like 100 years
Really?
ago. And I kid you not, I have a jacket that has the logo on it. It says Carroll University under it. And I wore it to a bar locally here once, and I had some drunk guy come up and was like almost picking a fight, like, you can't wear that here. He was just absolutely riding me because he thought I was
He was a
wearing something that had the
Packer fan.
Bears on. I'm like, dude,
The
read
Bears.
it. It says Carroll
Yeah.
underneath it. And he just couldn't comprehend that. So
Yeah.
sometime in the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, they finally changed our logo. So we no longer share a logo because it is literally
What?
the exact thing.
Well,
They
you
bought
look
it
like
from
a-
our university.
That'll
And
make you
Packers and
savor.
Bears. Yeah, Packers and Bears fans don't exactly like each other.
Yeah, that'll
No.
make you savor in Wisconsin bars for sure. By the way, for a time reference, the house I grew up in New York was built in 1719.
ooh,
So never before the state of Wisconsin.
And what part of New York? That must have been
Wow.
upstate.
Yeah, Brewster, New York, Putnam County, about
I know
60
it.
miles north of New York City on the Connecticut border.
I know it is. I know it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever drive the highway north, there'll be a big sign for Brewster. That's the only
I know it.
reason
I know it.
you would know.
Yep.
Very small town.
Used to go up to West Point. Used to go to all the Nyack. I used to go to a Jewish camp up that way. And
Yeah,
yep.
very pretty up there.
I got
No,
another
the
meeting
best-
I got to prepare for. Talk to you guys later.
Yeah, the best
good
place
to
to
see you,
drive.
Mark.
is
Thanks for
the-
being here.
Yeah, the
Thank
best place to
you.
drive is
Take
the
care,
fall
guys.
season. Bye, Mr. Potter. Say hello to Harry.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I drive it up that way, especially in fall season. It's insane.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, all the oak trees, just absolutely beautiful.
That's what I miss about Arizona because there's no fall season. I miss the
Right.
changing of leaves. I miss all. I mean, there's nothing like the cool breeze of September in the fall season, and especially if you're driving up the New York Thruway through like West Point or like
Right.
upstate. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well,
Driving up the Hudson River. Oh my God.
and one of the things that so we grew up in this town, right? My dad heated a lot of the house with wood stoves. So every year we call Wood Day. And so we had friends and family, we'd come over for a full day, we cut down enough firewood to last for the year. So we all had a blast. Kids were chopping wood. My dad's laughing all the way to the bank, right? Because that's
Yeah.
that's how he's gonna heat the house. But it was always in fall, and you're right, Mark, it's just so pretty up there.
Yeah, I just was up a couple of years ago. I rented a car and I drove up from New York and I went to Cooperstown with my wife, and we drove through Cooperstown, that area, in that part of New York, and it's just insane how beautiful that area is.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you
So
drive
green.
along them in those areas, all those windy little roads, right? You're driving along a windy street, all of a sudden there's a little town, right? All these little towns all over the place, and
They're more like villages.
yes, right.
They're like,
Yeah.
and there's the main street is like incredible. The main streets are like incredible.
Yeah,
Great
Right.
restaurants, great cafes, no Starbucks, just great little like homey kitchens and homey this, and it's just
no, Sue, where in Wisconsin are you? Are you Milwaukee?
We are near Milwaukee, we're closer to Milwaukee, but between Milwaukee and Madison.
Okay,
So Sussex is just a little north of the highway. If you're
Hola.
familiar with the area.
I actually so I actually brain trained the University of Wisconsin Badgers hockey team a few years ago. So that was
Nice.
got me up there. It was beautiful up there. That was my drive up to see them.
That's a good team. They're
Oh, yeah,
always
they were
good.
great. They did really well. They actually beat what was it, Minnesota, I think, for the first time in years. The 2 games after.
Minnesota has a pretty good hockey team every year.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
put a
they
lot
were
of
always
teams on.
the top.
That's Herb Brooks.
Mm.
The U.S. Olympic hockey team that won. That all the best players came from University of Minnesota under
Yeah,
Herb Brooks, the late Herb Brooks.
that's right. The Miracle, what was that called? Miracle on Ice team.
Yeah, man. Do you believe in miracles, Al Michaels? Do you believe in miracles?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
John, those who haven't met you yet, tell everybody else
Hola.
about what you do.
Yeah, so basically I'm a brain trainer and specialize in a lot of areas. My program was developed for the military about 15 years ago, actually more than that now. Marines, so I've trained snipers and SEALs, and basically what I do now is I help entrepreneurs basically do twice as much in half the time. But then for athletes, I make their brain faster and more focused. So I've trained professional athletes, obviously college athletes in any sport. They always perform better. And then a rewarding part of what I do. So the program, what I do changes the brain no matter what the starting point is. So for example, I met earlier with a consultant who was just taking too long to get stuff done. So we made him a lot more efficient. But I work with people with concussions, brain trauma, PTSD. We actually we have a very successful client right now with autism. So a 20-year-old autistic that went from nonverbal to a chatterbox, his dad said, and so completely changed his life. So the people on that end of the spectrum, we improve their lives, but also their families and everyone around them. But a lot of my focus is on entrepreneurs lately, just helping them get more done in less time.
Excellent.
So I love doing that. So anyway, that's what I do. It's all about mental efficiency. So if we can get more done in less time, or talk less and communicate more efficiently, or play sports so our brains are faster, more efficient, then that's the kind of stuff I like to do.
Beautiful. Well, and you have a website you can share?
Yes, so I'll put it in here. There's actually 2. So combat brain training, it's been called combat brain training since I developed it for the Marine Corps, because it helps people in combat, and obviously entrepreneurs are in combat, but nobody's shooting at them. And then I have another one, the KennedyMethod.co, because we're trying to expand it. You know what? I'll also put in a phone number. We have an AI-based kind of an answering program where if you call, her name's Emma, if you call her, you can ask her anything, and rather than having to go to a website, you can she'll actually answer any question for you. So let me put my info in here. And Mark, I mean, I am interested. We talked last time kind of about your TV show. I've got some stuff I've got to get in order. I definitely want to talk to you about that. So combat brain training.
And Mark, you're muted.
Let me do this.
I can have John Kennedy. I can tell people I have John Kennedy on my channel. We resurrected greatness.
Yeah, right. Now, in this, the information I'm putting here, there's a little 1-minute video you can watch. It'll kind of tell you about what we do, and then I'll give you Emma's number.
Can I actually play that on here?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can call her right now. Let me put the number in here. I just have to look her up real quick. Emma, and her number is 972.
On here, I've got
We have a very cool.
the YouTube link.
Oh, we have a very cool thing coming up on this Thursday called the Easy Way, Easy WAY pitch party, and it's an opportunity of meeting a lot of amazing and famous people, and have Kurt invite you.
Yeah, I know. I know Eric. I've known Eric for a couple of years, and
You should come. The pitch party's Thursday.
Yeah, the problem, we used to do the pitch party. The problem is that I'm working on, the problem is, I mean, it's great for pitching, and I've got to get back on there. And I was just talking to Eric about it about a month or so ago. I need a better offering for all those people. So we're working on a course that people can do. Because if they want to work with me, it tends to be more expensive than a lot of people that on Easy Way can work with. But with a course, then they can go on and they can get the benefits. But if you want to call Emma, she'll answer, and you can ask her any question that you want. It's kind of cool.
Is she like you're serious? Like,
hello,
hello, Emma.
It's basically, it's an AI, front end on like an answer machine, but then it's got a GPT that's based on all my research and all my work. And she will answer you as a 8th grader or as a neuroscientist. So whatever you ask her, how can combat brain training or John Kennedy combat brain training help, she will give you an answer. So we're like 99% done. The only thing she can't do yet is automatically send you information, but we're working on that.
Oh, very cool. Well, I did bring up the YouTube video clip that you posted in here too. I've got one from Marianne that I want to play yet, and let me go ahead and pull up the one that you shared.
Okay.
And here it is. You play this one for everyone first. And if you are not hearing sound, make sure to speak up here. I got it.
Thanks. So the funny thing about that is the doctor in there. So when they made the video, it says he can do a 6-hour operation in 3 hours. When I showed it to him, his name's Roddy, he goes, I can do it in 2 hours, not 3 hours. And I said, I know, if we put 2 hours, nobody would believe us. So that's why we put 3 hours. So in the time it took him to do a 6-hour operation, he can do it in 2, which means he could do 2 operations and get home for his kids in the same amount of time it took him to do 1 operation. So
wow,
yeah, that's
amazing.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about changing people's lives, really, by improving their efficiency.
Amazing. Well, and I know we are running up on the clock here. I do want to make time here to play the Rabbit Acts of Kindness video here as well. So let me go ahead and pull that up. And
Cool.
so hang tight here while we get this one going.
Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bully. Harry, the hard of hearing, Rabbit attends a special school in Hawaii where he makes new friends and learns sign language and finger spelling. One day, on his way home, two bullies tease and frighten him. In a panic, Harry dashes to the ocean and jumps in. He is rescued by a kind turtle named Tico and safely delivered to Rabbit Island. Harry must summon all of his courage to find his way back. With the help of others who are also stranded, he builds a magical boat and his team undertakes a heroic voyage home.
Cool. Whoops. Is everybody frozen?
Fingerspelling ASL alphabet. Visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel. Meet Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken and Eve, the Fingerspelling Bumblebee. Get your copy of the coloring book today. Play the game app and pledge to spread kindness everywhere. And rock your style with our exclusive Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bullying t-shirt. Get your copy of Rabbit Act of Kindness, No Bully today. Available on Amazon and actofkindnessseries.com. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies of the books, coloring books, and Folkmanist puppets for every student via donorschoose.org.
Wow. It's very impressive, Marianne, to be able to produce all those different books and videos and everything. Is
And
she
Marianne,
there?
do you want to speak to that at all?
Marianne, you there? You're still fighting off the Chihuahua.
Oh, I think she's coming.
Yeah. No, very impressive.
Yeah. And it's now anti-bullying month. So the month of October is anti-bullying month. So that's
Really?
perfect timing here with that book.
Yeah, and also October 10th is World Mental Health Day. So we are creating a flyer for a nonprofit TV to showcase this book and the coloring books. So I'm creatively working this weekend. And as you can see, I did a photo shoot with a dog this morning, and I just got attacked
Cute.
by a little Chihuahua. Chihuahua's after my foot. So I said, oh, thank God, the Chihuahua, I don't have to go to the hospital. Grab my shoe. So yeah, from big dogs to little dogs, you just don't know they're fiercing. So, but in our book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, we have service dogs that are called Bow Wow Bless and Bow Wow Bliss that are Harry's service dogs. So we appreciate dogs for their protection, and yeah. So
Yeah,
go out and
that's
play
great.
as our tagline, and we'll be getting that flyer out this week. We also met with Dan Barrett, I think on the Mark TV left. Dan Barrett wants me to contact him in February to develop a baby sign clothing line with Inspire World. I'd like to see them on hospital scrubs as well. You know, finger spelling letters, all this unlimited things that we are going to be doing in 2026. So,
Great.
great things are happening. I'm excited to move forward and to be on the podcast this month. So if you know of anybody, please let me know. You are the good news and you are its messenger. Aloha. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Aloha. Yeah, I miss Hawaii. So, well, this has been great. Sorry I wasn't available long longer. I'll be on next week. I just had a client session in between that.
All good. Gotta work.
Yeah, exactly. All
Oh,
right.
beautiful. Well, we are up against the clock here at the end. Any last message you would like to share with everyone, John?
No, just everybody, you know, have a great week, great weekend. Reach out anytime if you want to improve anything in your life, basically, or you know people that are struggling with mental issues. I forgot that the 10th is Mental Health Day, so that's a good day for that.
Perfect.
I look forward to connecting. Thanks again, Sue and Kurt.
Awesome. So glad you're here, John. We'll look forward to having you back again, hopefully next week. That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
as always, for all of us here with the World of Ability Podcast Network, We thank you.
Take care.